So Dex, Flanagan, Foles, and Kayvon will be the only three that won't do anything today. Everyone else will be rolling.
What's the story with Dex? Like what body part?
His elbow, just the elbow from the game, just being smart with it.
This is still the same elbow from last year that he's kind of been dealing with.
Yeah, for sure.
So being smart, is this something like a sideline or you're just giving him today? Or?
Yeah, just let him work through the rehab process, get some work on it. He's a vet that's taking care of his body, but just want to be smart with him.
With Kayvon, is this something that you think is going to be a longer-term issue? Because now it's 3 weeks, I believe, since he's been out.
Yeah, I'm not, the timetables and stuff like that, not really the forum to talk about that, but, we have a good plan for him, and he's doing everything he can to get back.
So what's Jaxson going to do today?
Yeah, he's still in the protocol, but he'll get some work out there today with the group. Looking forward to that, just like he similarly did last week.
So still limited?
No, he'll be a full participant today. Get some work. How
do you plan on distributing the reps for the quarterbacks?
Yeah, talking with Shay earlier today, we had a really good plan. We got a little condensed practice today in terms of the full speed work and some walkthrough reps in there as well. But Shay's got a great plan, and talking with TK as well. I think it's important that we have a really strong, firm plan, and those guys have talked through it, and I like it.
Is it primarily Jaxson at this point?
I think
with the first team reps that started.
Yeah, no, it's limited just because we got a walkthrough scenario. So both of those guys will get work today.
Are you operating as if you'll start on Monday? Because last week I felt like it was kind of a change maybe in plan in terms of how you divvied up the reps.
Yeah, we had the same plan that we had last week. We'll kind of carry that into this week and then just really see what ends up happening, throughout the process with Jaxson being in the protocol.
The whole world kind of saw how you guys loved Drake Maye in the draft process on Hard Knocks. What do you recall about your interactions with him, and what do you think of what he's shown so far in year two?
Drake's been very impressive. In year two, you saw him make that jump. He's operating at a high level. He's creating explosives, things that we saw on tape. And, sure, we enjoyed watching him on tape, and he's doing a nice job for him, and it's really cool to see him play that well.
You've evaluated hundreds of quarterbacks. Do you see similarities? Like, were there things you liked in Drake Maye that you saw in Jaxson Dart?
They're both different QBs. It's really hard to kind of get to that type of talk when you talk about quarterbacks. They're all different games, different systems, across the league, really. But Drake's done a nice job. He's handling the new offense and working through it and doing a really good job in terms of the run game, the pass game, the scramble, and the explosive plays on the perimeter. So, we have a big challenge ahead of us in terms of the defensive side, the time down, but, a challenge that we're looking forward to and looking forward to working today.
Mike, Drake is the third second-year quarterback that you faced this year. How big of a jump is that, I guess, for just traditionally for quarterbacks to make from that first and second year?
There's just every situation, every year is different. Every team's a new team. The guys he had last year are different than the guys he had this year. Same thing, offensive, defensive, lead, special teams. The teams he played are different than he played this year. So, but the more experience you bank, the more comfortability you get in the system, more comfortability you get in playing, and the more comfortability you get with the players you're out there with. So you take that next step, you continue to build on the things that you do well, and then the things that you struggle with, and you really tie that down and look in the offseason, and you look at how you can improve in those areas. And, the better players, the best players in the league, they do that. They evaluate themselves and they figure out how they can get better. And, Drake has done that, thus far.
Mike, when Jaxson does return to the field, what do you think would be the next step of his development?
We're still going through the protocol with him. I don't want to get too far ahead, just kind of take it by today. But I'm, excited for him. If he's able to go and the doctors clear him, then we'll kind of address that when we get there. But right now, just focus on today and having a great practice.
Like, what was your reaction to Malik Nabers' tweet after the game? Seemed to really call into question.
I actually didn't even see it. So all I know is that I really like the call. I stand by it. I don't have any regrets about it. I thought we were aggressive to try to go win the game.
But not so much your call, a player publicly questioning it. I'm just curious, what's your...
Yeah, I didn't see the tweet.
You talked to him about it?
That's what I'm saying. I didn't see the tweets, so I haven't had a chance to.
You haven't talked to him about that at all?
No, because I haven't seen it yet.
So if a player tweeted, sometimes it's like
I think
the game.
The beauty of the National Football League is these guys have the ability to express themselves. That's the beauty of the National Football players, the National Football League. You can express yourself any way you want. The beauty of it is, and I think any player, I think they're going to go out there and they're going to make, have an opinion of what they like to see. But at the end of the day, those are the calls we got to make on game day, and those are calls we got to make for the betterment of the team.
So as a coach, you don't have an issue with the player publicly basically saying you felt like you guys were trying to lose the game by how bad
Again,
the call was.
I didn't see what he said, so I don't necessarily have a comment on it. But I think players can be, obviously they can respond any way they want to anything they want. But if it's something that's detrimental to the team, we'll address it in house and talk through it and move on.
So did you address it?
Hypothetically, did you talk to Malik Nabers about that, or would you talk to a player? Would you call him in?
Yeah, right. Things happen. Yeah, we talk about it, communicate it like we always do.
Jaxson is a full today, you said. Does he expect to go to see the independent neurologist after, or?
That's whatever the doctors have planned in terms of the protocol, but he'll be full today. Yeah.
Did he see the independent neurologist last week, and that was the person who did not clear him? Or did it not get to that step?
No, he's working through it. Yeah, and again, he saw the doctors that he needed to see last week, and he'll see the doctors that he needs to see this week, and just continue to keep on progressing through.
Mike, how do you approach today? Is it an extra day? I know you're giving them off tomorrow, so it's never a throwaway day. But do you adjust your schedule accordingly with Thanksgiving tomorrow and then coming back on Friday?
Yeah, we got fortunate enough to be playing on Monday, so we bought an extra day at the end of the week. So it just felt right to get the guys off on Thursday, come back on a Friday, and to kind of be back right into the routine.
Does the fact that you have a bye week play into the Jaxson equation at all going forward here?
In terms of what?
It would theoretically provide, if he doesn't play this week, 2 weeks more to rest and get right rather than.
I would just say I'd lean on the professional opinions of the doctors and where they're at. But if he's ready to play, like just any player, if they're ready to play, then we have a plan for him. Then we'll put him in.
You've seen Wandell evolve just from his start. I'm curious how he played Sunday and kind of how he's played this season. What's been the most impressive thing he's been able to do this year to show what he can do?
Yeah, I think I really like how Wandell's been able to transform from primarily being a slot to now he's getting outside and having a lot of opportunities as a perimeter receiver and down the field. You saw that on his college tape. We always had a feel that he could do that, and then to watch him really kind of blossom into that, at this part of his career has been cool, and he's took advantage of those opportunities.
That doesn't always happen though, Mike, right? I mean, guys say, yeah, I showed this in college, give me a chance, let me go outside. And then it doesn't happen. Either the opportunity doesn't come or the guy doesn't take advantage of it. Can you point to anything from Wandell that you saw that breakthrough happening and saying, we got to do this more and more?
No, Wandell's a team guy, and he'll do anything that helps the team, whether it's playing inside, whether it's playing outside. This year, we asked him to play a little bit more outside receiver. He jumped at the bit and just worked the whole entire offseason, and then when the opportunities came up, he's taken advantage of them.
Is Malik rehabbing here, or is he still in the Dallas?
He's rehabbing here, yeah.
What's it been like the first few days with Charlie taking over, and how much do you expect there to be noticeable, tangible changes when people look at the defense?
Yeah, no, Charlie's done a really nice job of getting everyone together, getting everyone on the same page. Really a couple of good walkthroughs yesterday and today. And just, just talking with the staff and just the kind of the cohesion of how the responsibilities are kind of being spread out. It's been pretty cool to see, and Charlie's doing a nice job leading that group.
Mike,
Two more.
Malik wasn't the only one kind of critical of your play calling. I'm sure you heard the President of the United States had some thoughts about it. What does that tell you, I guess, about it?
Yeah, this is one of the coolest things that, just for me, being in this position, you get the opportunity to make tough calls. And that's for me, that's awesome. I love it. And you get it down into the down the wire, 2-minute end of game. When you got to make a tough call, that's where, to me, I feel like that's a huge responsibility and something I enjoy doing, like being that point person to do that. So, everyone's going to have an opinion. That's okay. I'm going to do the best I can for myself, for the team first, to give us an opportunity to win the game. And whatever that call, whoever it was, a player, a coach, my aunt and uncle, my dad, I heard it from everybody. So, and that's okay. They can have their opinions, and I respect that. But I'm going to do what's best for the team, try to do what's best for the team. Whether it's winning the game on the last play of the game, being aggressive, going for 2 if we get an opportunity, whatever that situation is, that's where we got to thrive, and that's where we got to turn the table in terms of our team. Is when it's nut gun time, when it's time down at the end of the game, when we got to make a play, we're going to be aggressive to go make the play to win it. And I want our guys thinking that way. I don't want our guys thinking like, hey, you know, we should do this or do that. Like, let's go win it. And that's going to be our mentality. So when we get down there, that's really how we're prepping. That's how we're practicing. And that's how we're talking with the players. That's our language that we're using across really the organization and across the team.